On November 17th, 2015, I had a seizure and it changed my life.
In July of 2018, I suffered from a ruptured brain aneurysm and then a stroke during my hospital stay. It was the scariest, most painful, most trying thing I've ever experienced.
After being diagnosed with having a brain aneurysm, I was scared, and I knew that I had to keep my faith in the Most High God.
I am a two-time brain aneurysm survivor who've been promoting awareness and raising funds for research since 2018.
In that 2.5-month period of time between my diagnosis and surgery, I really felt alone.
In late 2013, I was diagnosed with a large subarachnoid cerebral aneurysm. Because of the geometry and large size of the aneurysm, my surgeon recommended an immediate craniotomy to clip it.
Jenny Sedney, who worked with my husband, died of an aneurysm, and she's why her two cousins started this foundation. And that's why Aaron and Christine reached out. They were key in getting me to New York to find out I needed brain surgery.
Coincidentally, my surgery was the same day that Jenny Sedney collapsed. So it should be no surprise that the B Foundation's mission speaks so clearly to me.
Thanks to the B Foundation, I have felt very empowered in learning about my story in order to share my story so others know the facts.
I shared my own story in the hopes that someone else will also discover it and find some comfort in it.
I'm so proud of the work that the B Foundation does to raise awareness and funding, and I'm so happy to be involved with the organization. I vow to use my voice and my story to continue to raise awareness for such an important cause.
I now feel that it's my life's work to talk about brain aneurysms, to raise awareness, to try to raise funding for research.
I'm so thankful to be a part of a community that has gotten me this far. At a time I could have felt very alone and isolated, I felt the total opposite. Thank you so much for all that you do.
It's not the fact that I survived my aneurysm, but rather that so many others never had that opportunity. I also really enjoy being a resource for patients who may be facing a daunting surgery or recovery.
I had a stroke following my surgery, but when I woke up 5 days later, Dr. Langer told me to move a finger, and I did. He told my family, I'm going to be okay.
So on Christmas Eve, I was wheeled into the operating room, and on Christmas Day, I was already walking down the wing of the hospital.
2 years later, I am for the most part fully recovered. You would not know by looking at me that I suffered from such a traumatic brain injury.
I'm thankful for my family for sticking by me and supporting me. My surgery went well, and I'm thankful to God for my life.
Here I am almost 5 years later with so much ahead of me. Thank you to the B Foundation and so many others.
So I'm just so grateful that it's had a minimal long-term impact on my life. And I attribute that first to the excellent medical team of surgeons and nurses and referring physicians who identified the problem quickly. And second, to the unruptured nature of my aneurysm. So thank you to the B Foundation for everything you do and all that you've accomplished in such a short period of time. And I will continue to try to be a champion.
Thank you so much for being here and being part of this.